willing to. And where you want me to go, girl, I'll be willing to go there for you. And if you want me to take my time, then I'll be willing to spend the night. All you gotta say is please stay boo, and I'll be staying as long as you're saying more and more. Then after that you want more and more. And after that more and more. Then after that you want more and more. I hear you say more and more. Then after that you want more and more. And after that more and more. Then after that you want more and more. Now if you want me to make your love come, I'll be willing to do anything. Even if you want me to kiss places, I'll be willing to make you scream. Said I'm down for whatever you say. All you gotta do is speak your mind. Want me here Monday to Monday, then baby girl it's fine. More and more. Then after that you want more and more. And after that more and more. Then after that you want more. That's hard. I hear you say more and more. Then after that you want more and more. And after that more and more. Then after that you want more and more. Girl, we'll be going from the bed to the floor, babe. Then we'll be going from the bedroom to the kitchen, babe. Then we'll be going from the kitchen to the dining room, straight to the living room. I'll be taking you, taking you up the stairs, guarantee about to drive you crazy. All about the house, as long as you scream for me. More and more. Then after that you want more and more. And after that more and more. Then after that you want more and more. I hear you say more and more. Then after that you want more and more. And after that more and more. Then after that you want more.
I will tell you when to do it. All right.
All my ladies sing with me.
This is the key. This is the essence of key. Yeah. Like that here, not that this one. Right. So before that, I'm going to do right. One.
For as long as you're willing, girl, want you to know that I'm willing to. And where you want me to go, girl,
What did you mean to do?
then I'll be willing to go there for you. Now if you want me to take my time, then I'll be willing to spend the night. All you gotta say is please stay boo, and I'll be staying as long as you're saying more and more. Then after that you want more and more. And after that more and more. Then after that you want more and more. I hear you say more and more. Then after that you want more and more.
I'm going to leave it here because it's going to be doing most of the time. Right. All the best things in life come packaged in a ribbon of risk. You untie the gift, you assume the risk, and equally the joy. Parenthood is like that, marriage is like that, friendship is like that. In order to experience life to the full, you expose yourself to a bottomless pit of
Lord, I
vulnerability.
know a girl who is broken up
is the
inside,
true life.
and from all her crying, her street.
Welcome to today's broadcast from www.celebratelife.me. Come share my journey as I celebrate my wonderful, splendiferous life of abundant health, abundant wealth, abundant peace, abundant love, and abundant joy. Join with me as I dance and cry and sing and pout and share with you the peace, love, and joy we were created to enjoy every moment of every day. Today's show will be a sort of potpourri. You know what that is? Like potpourri. It's spelled Potpourri, but it really means it's like putting everything in a pot, and then you sort of throw all the ingredients in, and then you mix everything around, and you see exactly what comes out. It may not come out exactly like we intended it to, but I promise you, you will enjoy every minute of it. I'm Dr. Cheryl Chow, and I will be your co-pilot for the journey every day from 12 noon to 1 p.m. I know we got off to a late start today, but we are just getting over some growing pains. 60 minutes of great food for body, soul, and spirit. So if you are at home, come and dine with me. If you are at work, share your lunchtime with me. And if you're on the road, log on or tune in and come along with me for the ride. Remember, it's Reggae to Reggae radio/TV on the internet. All right. First of all, we have some ground rules that everybody needs to be aware of. We have 4 ground rules for coming on this transport. 1, you need to know where the bus is going. In other words, you have to know the destination of the bus. If you go on the wrong bus, then you're going to get to the wrong place. If you know where the bus is going, then you will end up exactly where you plan to go. So you have to know your destination. Rule number 1, know where the bus is going. 2, you got to know the driver, and you have to have confidence in the driver, because in Jamaica you have to have a special license to drive the big things. They call it open general, right? You have to make sure that the driver has an open general license, and in case you want to go and visit Rupert in Florida, they have to be able to have a pilot's license. And if you want to go cruising, they have to have a sea pilot's license. So make sure you know the driver and that he's qualified and he has the correct licenses. Rule number 3, pay as you enter. Now, this is a very important rule, because if you don't pay as you enter, how are we going to maintain the bus? How are we going to pay the driver? And how are we going to pay the co-pilot? That's me. So pay as you enter. You can't come on this bus for no free ride. You got to make your contribution. Rule number 4, you must enjoy the ride, because we are going to party. This is a celebration bus. I don't know if you've ever seen the buses after a victory motorcade, after a political victory. They are rammed to capacity. People are hanging out the windows, and everybody's in a great mood. So that's how we're going to be. So let's go over the 4 rules again. We have it. Rule number 1, you need to know where you're going. 2, you got to know the driver. 3, you have to pay as you enter. No free ride. And number 4, you must enjoy the ride. So we're gonna have fun. So let's get into our first feature. It's called food for the body. Because remember, part of this whole thing is that we're going to have great food for body, soul, and spirit. Remember that empty bag can't turn up. For those who do not know that Jamaican proverb, means that an empty bag cannot stand up by itself. And the interpretation is that if you do not have the internal support, then your bag will not be able to carry out its simplest functions. Today I want to take you through my breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Today's breakfast, lunch, and dinner, that is. And every day we're going through a new menu of breakfast, lunch, and dinner. What I had for breakfast, what I have prepared for lunch, and some of it has been eaten, and what I have prepared or planned for dinner. So here we have breakfast coming up now. And because I've already had my breakfast, you are just going to be seeing a plate with the remains of my breakfast. And on the plate, we have a cup, a large banana skin, and a few pieces of pawpaw. It's actually a large pawpaw that was cut up into 3 pieces, and about 4 seeds left on the plate. That's what I had for breakfast. For breakfast, I had 2 glasses of lime water, and here we have it, sort of on the side like, but you can see it. 2 cups of lime water. That is actually 2 16-ounce cups, and in each one I squeezed a half of the lime, so that is what is going to alkalize my system and clear out all the sludge from the night before. And that's the first thing we need to have in the morning. Some lime water. You can also have apple cider vinegar in the water, or anything else that is going to alkalize the system and clear out the sludge. Lime water is the best thing. Then you'll see on the top the banana skin. I just had a big banana, and I didn't cut it up or prepare it. I just put it in the plate and I ate the banana. Then next I had a knife and I cut this pawpaw into 3 segments. You will notice that there are only about 4 seeds left on the plate. That's because I ate all the seeds. That is in order to attract the parasites in the digestive tract and to move them out in your next bowel movement. So remember, every part of the pawpaw can be eaten, And for us ladies who want to keep our skins really beautiful, you just take the skin and you put it over your face and you keep it there, or you can even grind up the skin and make a mask and paste it onto your face, right, while you're getting ready for work. And when you wash it off, you are good to go with this beautiful complexion. So why did I choose these things? One of the things you have to remember is our colors. We have to have green, and when we prepare lunch at home, we usually prepare lunch for all the staff and anybody who wants to drop by. So one of these days I'm going to offer a price for dinner for 2, breakfast for 4, lunch for 5, whatever it is, and maybe you can come in and have lunch with me on the show. But for now, we're going to do the breakfast that I did today. I prepared the breakfast, and today was the day that my gardener came. So my gardener and I had early lunch. This is lunch now. We had early lunch. And here we have a shot coming up of the lunch. And you'll notice that we still have our red plates out. Color is so very important for you to enjoy what you're having, to stimulate your appetite. And of course, while the lunch is a little different from the breakfast, we are here looking at all raw again, and we're trying to get into 3 colors. As soon as you get the picture up, you'll be able to see that I've got some little green leaves floating around, and that is our moringa leaves. These I just picked off of my backyard garden, and I just sprinkled them on top of what we had there. But the lunch fare was avocado, then we had tomatoes, and we had, remember the avocado is both the green and the red. So in that situation, we have the green and the red together. So you're getting your chlorophyll, and you're getting the yellow, which is very high in your antioxidants, and we're getting also the reds from the tomato. And this time we made a sort of a salad, and I think on the side there I've got some brown stuff. And what it is that I took black beans and I sprouted them, and then I crushed them up, and we just put them with some seasoning. So we had onion, pepper, garlic, scallion, a little sea salt, and a little coconut ranch dressing, and that you will get a recipe for in another show. But you can have all the tastes that you enjoy in the bad food tasting even better in the good food. So here we had our lunch, and I had a shot of Trevor digging in, and if we can find it we'll put it up, but if not we just move right along to dinner. And this we haven't consumed yet, but here we have a closer shot. Oh yes, okay, here we have, now around the edge we have the croutons, right? We back up again for me. Let me see that one with the croutons on the edge. Right, we had the croutons. That means I just took some really good brown bread, toasted it, cut it into little strips, and decorated it around the edge of the plate. And then in the second section we had the avocado salad, and then on the end the brown stuff is the black bean sauce or black beans paste. Now here you have really great balance and really pungent and heavy sauces and tastes and seasonings, and that's the essence of making your food really, really, really delectable. It is the seasoning. Remember, there are 4 addictions that we have as human beings. They are salt, sugar, oil, and seasonings. And in order to redeem these 4, we can make sure that they have no negative effect on our lives, on our digestive tracts, or on our total systems. And this is how you do it. You do it with what we call substitution. For your salt, never use table salt. Table salt is a combination of 2 poisons, sodium and chloride. That's it. And the only thing it does is gives you a salty taste, and then it goes in to hard your arteries, crystallize everything in your system, and just give you a bad time. So whenever you are told by your medical professional that you need to cut out or cut down on salt, my advice is cut out the salt. No salt at all. That is no table salt. You need to make sure that you're having sea salt or rock salt, both of which are chock full of minerals. In fact, real sea salt or rock salt has at least 87 minerals in it. It starts at 87 and goes up to 150, 160, sometimes 200, depending on the source it comes from. But it is chock full of minerals, and you need to remember that all the time. So your sea salt is a must in whatever you are having, and it will not have a bad effect on your cardiovascular issues, because you have to remember, when you're taking a food in its natural original state without any alteration, you're getting all the nutrients that food needs to metabolize, to be broken down, to be utilized to the profit of your own system. So remember that for me. So that's it for the salt. Now, sugar is the next one. Sugar. Now, I am a salt freak, a sugar freak, a seasoning freak, and an oil freak. When I'm finished doing anything in my oil, I drink the oil, and I can tell you how this can have no negative benefit on you. Back to the sugar. Now, the only sugar that I recommend is cane juice. cane juice. Notice, I didn't say cane sugar. I'm talking about cane juice. So if you want to juice the cane with your teeth by chomping on it and swallowing juice, wonderful. Or you can get cane juice from us, and everything that we talk about on the show is available from www.celebratelife.me. So cane juice, and again I want you to understand that having cane juice does not have a negative effect on diabetics. Why? Because the cane juice still has its enzymes, and whenever you have food with enzymes already intact in it, the enzymes act as a catalyst first to help the foods metabolize properly. Your body will take out of whatever foods come in the nutrients that it needs, and whatever it does not need will pass out through the natural eliminatory organs, and those are the skin through the pores, the kidneys, well, through the urine, the lungs, and that's breathing out hot air or bad air. We call it carbon dioxide, but it's not just carbon dioxide that comes out of your lungs. It's all sort of chemicals that the body does not need that are in gaseous form. So that's it for the lungs. And the last and most important one, and the most problematic one, is the mucous membranes. Now, the major one that we are aware of will be the sinuses. And we know that most Jamaicans have sinuses. Most people around the world have a sinus problem. And a sinus problem is an indication that your other three eliminatory organs are not working the way they were meant to work. Because if the bowels are working, then you'll have the solid waste coming out. If the kidneys are working and the sweat glands, then you'll have the liquid waste coming out. If the lungs are working right, if you are doing that deep breathing after a good exercise session or doing deep breathing exercises, then you'll find that your lungs will be expelling all the gaseous waste. And then there will be nothing for the mucous membranes to pick up. So if you have a sinus problem, we gotta treat all the eliminatory organs. So that's it for, we're talking about sugar. Then we move on now to talking about the third addiction that we human beings have. This is oil. And everybody knows the first thing when you have cholesterol problems, you're told, cut out the oil, cut out the fried foods. Well, I'm here to tell you that if you want to get your cholesterol down, pour it in. But it has to be a special oil. It is called coconut oil. And it doesn't matter whether it is boiled or pressed, but it must not be processed outside of those two processes, pressed or boiled. If you venture into the coconut oil that is often sold on the shelves of many supermarkets, and it says real coconut oil, you have to give it a nose test. You know what a nose test is? Smell it. If it hasn't got that pungent coconut smell, then it's not good for you. Because in order to get rid of the smell, they put what is called a deodorizer. It's a chemical that is put in to kill the smell, and at the same time it kills you. So any oil that does not smell is not real coconut oil, and it's bad for you. The other thing is this: they talk about the oil sleep up. Well, if the oil sleeps up, then it cannot sleep up in your body. Remember, every oil has a temperature at which it coagulates or sleeps up. And coconut oil does this anywhere between 72 and 76 degrees. So you'll find when it is cool outside, the coconut oil will turn white and sleep up. when it is on the supermarket shelf, you will find it sleeps up there as well. Now, 72 to 76 degrees is a far cry from my body temperature, which is above 98 degrees. So as soon as you put coconut oil that has slipped up in your hand, it is going to melt. Much less inside your body, which is warmer than outside of your body. So at regular room temperature, it will not sleep up. And at body temperature, it cannot sleep up. So there is no possibility of this oil clogging your arteries. So that's my oil of preference, and it's the only oil I recommend. And one of these days we're going to do a program on coconut, and you will see all the fantastic benefits of coconut oil, and the fact that when you're finished your frying, if you have any left in the pot, you can just drink it. Ha! I wonder what sort of response. I won't get to that. But we have all the medical information to support once the oil has not been processed in any other way. So it must not have a deodorizer in it, and it must not have an emulsifier in it, which is the other thing that some commercial coconut oils have in it. The emulsifier is another chemical that is put into the oil in order to prevent it from sleeping up. And what it does, just like how it prevents the oil from coagulating, when you put that into your bloodstream, it prevents your chemicals in your body from coagulating when they need to coagulate, as in a scab when you get a cut. So be very careful of products that have emulsifiers in them and products that have deodorizers in them. Well, that was number 3. The first one was salt, the next one was sugar, and the third one was oils, and the fourth one, boy, we are suckers to this one, it's seasoning. And we know how convenient it is to buy a bottle and just shake it over what you're cooking. I do not recommend any powdered seasonings unless you powdered them yourself. So the trick is to buy all the seasonings at the market or grow them in your garden, and then you put them out to dry, not in the sun, under cover so it doesn't get any of the UV rays. And then when it's really dry, you beat it up with a mortar and pestle, or you grind it up in your coffee grinder, because you're not using that again, eh? All right. So here we have the seasonings. The only seasonings that you should use should be fresh seasonings or dried seasonings. And I would really recommend, if you want dry seasonings, then buy them fresh, dry them yourself, and then store them for future use. So the key to eating healthy is not just eliminating the bad stuff, but making sure that the good stuff tastes so good that you always want to choose it over the bad stuff. So that's where the seasoning comes in. I recommend that when you are doing, let's say, healthy food, as in vegetarian or as in raw food, you double up the amount of seasoning that is usually used with the cooked food. That way you will not miss the tastes that you're accustomed to. In addition to that, remember that the introduction of a little coconut product, whether it's the coconut oil, the coconut flakes, the coconut milk, that will give you enough meat taste, because that taste really comes from the oils in our foods. And there's several other oils that we can use, like what we get from avocados in its natural state. So moving right along, we have our 4 addictions and how you can totally eliminate the negative effect of these on your bodies. Where were we? We were at lunch. We haven't done dinner yet. It's time for dinner now. So I'm going to show you our dinner menu, which we have all prepared. We're going to start from the ingredients, and there are 2 sets of ingredients that I had put together and taken a shot of before I started cooking. Now, this is just to show you that we don't need a lot of stuff, to do anything. Here I was doing for dinner a rice salad, and I got together the ingredients for the salad. Maybe show you a shot of the salad first, and then you'll see what the finished product is like, to stimulate you so that you can move towards. Then, of course, there's always my moringa leaves. I have moringa in just about every dish that I use. Oops, here we have a moringa. And what I do is I go outside and I cut my moringa stalks, like about 10, 15. Let's go back. 35% should be yellow and 15% should be red. So if you keep that proportion, then you know that your intake nutritionally will be totally balanced. That is what we did for the salad. And then we went on to do the rice. And I chose today basmati rice, which is actually a basmati brown rice. And we'll soon have it on your screen so that you can look at it and get it in the supermarket. It's one of the most delicious rices. And when we're cooking the rice, we boil the coconut. We don't boil the coconut oil. We grate the coconut in the blender. And then we do not throw away the trash. What we do is that we keep the trash in the mix, and we put that in the coconut milk that we are using as a base for the, oh, here's our finished product. Right, this is our meal that we had at the end. And you notice that there's a salad on the bottom, and then we just sprinkle the rice all over the salad, and that's what we call a rice salad. So we had in it the tomato, moringa leaves, and avocado. And then on top of it, we did our rice sprinkled all over it. So back to the rice part of it now. So we're boiling the rice in coconut milk that has the trash in it. And it just comes out really beautiful. Apart from the texture, there is the crunch and there is the taste. But an important ingredient is the seasoning. So whenever you cook rice, you don't just put salt in there, right? We had our sea salt. We had some coconut settlement, and that's a product that we're going to be talking some more about later on. Coconut settlement is a settlement at the bottom after you have squeezed your coconut. And if it's a boiled coconut, then it is what we used to call custard. Now that put in your rice gives you a fabulous taste. And we put that as a part of the seasoning. And then we cut up onion in there, we cut up some garlic, there's some scallion, and all of these go into the pot when we're doing the rice for the rice salad. So when we're finished, the rice can be eaten by itself. It is so delicious. So here we have our 3 recipes for the day: breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I want to point out that breakfast and lunch are raw, and dinner only has a small cooked portion. This is the essence of what we call therapeutic menu that is going to turn around whatever negative health condition you have to make it positive, to bring you back into health. So that's it for our food section today. So breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And you will have an opportunity to join us every day to find out what I'm having for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, so that we can all get healthy together. So we talked about body, soul, and spirit. Remember that we are not here just about the body. That's the most urgent need usually. But we're here about body, food for the body, nourishment for the soul, and energizing the spirit. Yes, so see you in a while.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Total Tutor Show. I'm the host of the show, Neil Haley. You got to go to my website, TotalTutor.net, to find out more information on the Total Education Network. We keep getting syndicated. We're syndicating 100-plus stations. You got to go to my website. I also own a Birth Through College tutoring and consulting company. And I want to help welcome my co-host, Jarrett. And I got a big surprise for you tonight, Jarrett.
I am always surprised by what you have in store for us, but I cannot wait to hear what we have for me and my listeners.
Well, I tell you, the thing is, Jarrett, sometimes you're always like the backup to interview our celebrities. But when I heard about he was interested in coming on the show, it was an absolute honor. I've had Super Steelers, but they're from the 70s, but not a current Steeler. So I want to welcome the program, Ryan Clark. Ryan, how are you?
Good, guys. How are you doing?
Fantastic. It's an honor that you're on the show, and I'm really excited to learn more and more about your foundation, see how our listeners can help. So why did you decide to do the foundation, Ryan?
You know, just going through some of the things that I've been going through and that I had to deal with still also losing a sister-in-law to it. Just looking for a way to give back to the community of the people who suffer from this disease and from this illness. I met Dr. Mark Gladwin, who was a doctor here in Pittsburgh, who had more passion and more vigor and more fight to find a cure for this disease than anyone I've ever met, even people who suffer daily from this illness. And so it was exciting to team up with him, and UTMC had a strong backing, and we decided to start the Ryan Clark Cheer League, which is, you know, what the money goes to that we earn any kind of way, whether it be through donation, whether it be through fundraisers. It's truly the sickle cell awareness and also to sickle cell research. You know, our goal is to find the cure. And on the way to finding the cure, if we can, you know, help people just get along with the daily struggles that it takes when dealing with this illness, dealing with sickle cell, those are the things that we want to do.
Well, I think it's fantastic, Jarrett. And again, we always find these athletes that are really trying to give back, Jarrett. Isn't that true?
Absolutely. I mean, we've interviewed so many athletes, and we hear a familiar story from them that it's personalized. It's something that they are passionate, and I can even hear that in Ryan's voice. He's passionate as a football player, and I can absolutely hear his passion about his foundation and what they're providing. Ryan, I have a quick question here. In what way has your professional career as a football player helped you or laid the groundwork for this foundation? Who did you reach out to kind of promote this and get it going?
Well, you know, obviously, you know, being on TV, you know, through football, but also playing for an organization like I played for, Pittsburgh Steelers. You know, we've competed in Super Bowls, we've won Super Bowls, a very visible team when it comes to the NFL. It allowed me to put my face out there and kind of be an ambassador for my foundation, but also for sickle cell. We've never really had anyone really stand up and say, hey, I suffer from this illness in some way, or I've dealt with tragedy through sickle cell, and, you know, I've come out on the other side, and here's how I've done it, and I also want to help you. So that's been, you know, very beneficial to myself and also the foundation. When you have a team like me, you're able to do events. You have the Troy Polamalu's and, you know, and the Ben Roethlisbergers and all these other guys who are on your team help out. They're also everywhere I go, whether it's, you know, do a show on ESPN, it's ESPN personalities who are willing to help me out. anything I've done, I've got nothing but total support, even having opportunities to come on your show, and talk about my foundation. So it's been really amazing, just the opportunities that have been afforded to me. Also, next week, I'm getting the opportunity to speak to the National Black Caucus of State Legislators, which is something I know I wouldn't get the opportunity to do if I wasn't a football player. And so it's exciting that I've been able to use that for the celebrity that I've been able to gain through playing football that God has blessed me to do to help this disease and to help people who suffer from it.
Well, absolutely, and I wanted to go right to that, Ryan, and I know why. Is because of the Rooneys. The Rooneys really set the tone for you guys. I interviewed Art Rooney II at the Andy Russell Golf Tournament a couple weeks ago, and he talked about how he really takes what his grandfather taught him, and that the team really looks at giving back, and it really helps, I guess, the entire organization, how you guys are all looking for those opportunities, and the Steelers really afford you those opportunities, don't they?
Oh, definitely. I mean, it starts from the top. If you look at our organization, if you look at, our owner, our president, the Rooney family, just throughout history, they've always given back. Even with the fashion show each year, we donate all that money to charity. We have different walks, which I will be actually co-chairing one this year. So everything that we do is, we promote giving back to community. When you have young kids come in, whether it be a day, during the week on Tuesdays when we're off, we get into the schools, we get out into the community to try to help. And I think when you have that coming from the top of your organization, it filters through all the way, whether it's the secretary, whether it's the security guards, the guys that work the front desk, everybody in our building. It's about giving back. It's about sharing, what we've been able to obtain with our community, with the people who support us. And also the Rooneys, they're willing to help in any endeavor that you have. If you have a fundraiser, if you have some type of event that's supporting, your foundation, they're willing to be a part of it, whether it's giving you items to auction off or making sure you have people there to support you from the organization. And when you have that type of backing and support, it only allows you to, go further and do more for your cause.
So, in other words, an absolute team effort. We don't do this on our own. We have a whole team to support us.
It really is. You can't do it by yourself. You can't. There's no way you can generate enough passion, no way you can generate enough energy or enthusiasm if it's just one man going at it alone. And one thing about our team, guys always come out and support. If you have an event, if you have something going on, guys are going to do their best to make it. And I think it's like that across the league, but I think it's a really special place here in Pittsburgh. We look at each other like brothers. We're family. I think we behave that way on and off the field.
One question also, Ryan, I wanted to ask you was about fundraising, especially with the economy and everything. How difficult is it to fundraise for charities, and how much have you learned from others on how to be able to do a great fundraiser and raise the right money?
Honestly, it's been awesome to be paired with UPMC. Obviously, they have so much backing and so much support, and they've really been wonderful to me. I have a guy who I work closely with who's not just a business partner, but a friend, Steve Tanzilli, who works his butt off constantly, basically running my foundation and finding different ways to fundraise, but also finding ways to give back that aren't about money. Last week, we were able to just bring out some kids who suffer from sickle cell and their families, whether it be their mothers or their fathers, and to give them opportunity to play basketball with us, kick the soccer ball around, eat pizza, play video games, just to give them a break from the monotony of dealing with this illness and the pain that you have to go through when you have it every day. We have a softball game coming up here on June 11th, but Steelers will be paired with media types and local celebrities. That's just another way to raise money, but also get people around in the community so you can spread your news, spread the word about what you're doing with your fundraiser. We had Cleats for the Cure last year, where guys donated actual game-worn cleats, and we got local artists to paint them or set up sculptures to get people to buy it and just to get people enthusiastic about what we're doing. And so we've been able to raise money, but you also know you have to incorporate the community and also teach people as they go along in these things. And so it's been fun just to learn from, Troy doing his fundraiser, when you go to Brett Kiesel, for cystic fibrosis. Everything that I pick up from other people, I try to incorporate it and use it in our fundraiser.
simply amazing. And Ryan, I know our listeners will be interested in hearing about this, and obviously you're a very modest person because you keep referring to so many other players and the good work that they're doing, and not necessarily referring to yourself. But you earned an award from the NFL, correct?
Yes, this year I received the Walter Payton Award, for the team. And what it is, it's just voted on, honestly, by, Mr. Rooney and, people that work with the team closely in community relations. It's about people about guys on the team who do good work in the community, guys who are giving back, guys who are reaching out. And, it's an honor more than any other award that you can receive. I think it's the biggest thing because it's voted on by people who deal with you every day, people who see you all the time, who have thought enough of you to say that you deserve this. It was huge. It was huge for me, and it was also huge for our foundation. It was just another way to get out the good work that the people that work with the Ryan Clark Cheer League are doing.
I'm amazed, Ryan, how motivated you are to be successful with your foundation, have the right team around you. But again, it takes a team. As you said, Steve is very involved in it, in all these different things. But what is your ultimate goal with the foundation? You said a cure. But where do you see things in the next 5 years for your foundation?
Well, we've been able to raise tons of money. And what the money goes to right now, obviously, is awareness and research. But we're trying to, our end goal is to work toward having the Ryan Clark Center for Sickle Cell Research, where that's all we do is work on finding a cure. I think right now we would love to find one more FDA approved, one, maybe two, something where there will be more options for people to find ways to get relief from the sickle cell disease. But our end game and our final goal is to find a cure, find a way for people to not have to deal with this for their whole lives. Find a way to not have to go to the hospitals week in and week out, only to get pain pills or to be looked at as you're going to the hospital just to receive drugs. So for us, it is something that is near and dear to our hearts. It's not just about putting on a good front as if we're trying to make a difference. It's actually making a physical difference. And we want to find a cure. We would have named it something else. I would have named it Ryan Clark Help League. If I wasn't trying to find a cure and put an end to the sickness.
Just a terrific story that you have shared with us, Ryan. Let's talk a little bit about the disease, the disorder. Our listeners may not know that it takes a gene from each of the parents to have a diagnosis of sickle cell. When do most people who have sickle cell disease, when do they find out that they actually have it?
A lot of times it's, once kids begin to get sick, they're trying to implement things out to where, all kids are tested, but it's just not something that they have that's effective right now that they're doing. I was actually at my daughter's baseball practice talking to one of the moms, and her son's 18 months, and she just found out that he suffers from sickle thalassemia. So it's as they age and as, they're usually young, but they find out because they're in and out of the hospital. You can't figure out why they're so sick, why they're so fragile. I know even for myself, I didn't find out I had the trait, until I was almost an adult. And then even after that, I wasn't even educated on, how to handle it, how to deal with it, or, what could be the consequences or repercussions of having it. So it's things that, you find out young, but it's not something that they know when you're born. It's not like a lot of other illnesses that you get from birth, genes, transmitted from the parents. And, so once they find out, it's a life of transfusions, a life of pain, a life of medication, and it's tough to do, but it's not, two parents can, both have the gene, and you can have a child who doesn't have sickle cell. It's not 100% that is going to happen, but in the cases that it does, it is really tough for them to deal with.
And Ryan, I know Neil has so many questions here, but when we get someone on this show with your profile and the terrific work you've done, I tend to ask a lot of questions here. I want to just ask, how do people get involved? If they're listening right now, how are they going to get involved and say, I have to make a difference too?
You go to cureleague.org. all the information is there. You can actually donate right there on site. But even if it's just not about donation, if you want to get awareness, if you want to see what the foundation is doing before you decide to be a part of it, all that information is right there on our website, and that's careerleague.org. And, what we want to do is continue to update you on the things that we're doing, but also get you involved. So if there's anything information-wise you need to know, if there are children with sickle cell whose parents, need to find doctors or need to find ways to, be helpful and help them through that pain, you can find everything there on our website. You can also donate through text. And so, we're just trying to find ways to reach out.
Well, fantastic, Ryan. Again, it was an honor to have you on the show. Can our listeners, is there another place to find you? Are you on Twitter and stuff and Facebook? Do you have a fan Facebook page?
Well, you said, do I have a fan Facebook?
Yeah.
I don't. I think I do have a fan Facebook page. I know nothing about it. I've never actually been on it. To be honest, the Cure League has a Twitter account. I don't have Twitter anymore. I decided to just focus on family and trying to figure out a way to beat this disease and win another Super Bowl.
All right.
See, Neil, I hope you're listening to what Ryan told you. You're always telling me to get on Facebook and Twitter and look at this, an NFL star telling us that he has nothing to do with it either.
I was looking for you. I was about to tweet you out, Ryan, and I said, "Where's Ryan?" And I'm like, "He's not on Twitter. What's going on here?" And I understand that completely, but also, it's very interesting. The last point when you said about a Super Bowl, I asked Art Rooney II. I said, every time that they count out the Steelers, that they're not going to, do well, that forget them, write them off. They win a Super Bowl. Well, I hope after interviewing Art Rooney II, then yourself, that we find out that we're going to be Super Bowl champs. So good luck on this season, and I hope that you bring back a ring. That's what I'm hoping for.
All right, thank you guys so much for having me on.
All right, take care, Ryan. See you later. Okay, bye. All right, you're listening to Total Tutors Show, powered by Jarrett, and we'll be back in just a moment. Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Total Tutors Show. I'm the host of the show, Neil.
Since the first public demonstration of radio by Nikola Tesla in 1893, no one ever thought of putting the 2 hours of music together until we created reggae2reggae.com. On reggae2reggae.com, we encourage our listeners with an inclusive, intelligent, and innovative alternative media experience. On
this morning, as if he's saying something to me. Sitting on the limb of a tree, giving me a sound of sweet melody. I guess he's trying to tell me something that I should know about this new wind, a new wind that's gonna blow. It's the raining of the heathen coming down on my people, taking the goodness of life and rendering them evil. You see, the little that they gave you was just to deceive you. Don't tell me that you were blind. Don't let the devil fool you. Oh, oh, yeah. Somehow I know things have got to change. Ooh, oh, oh, oh. Somehow I know
master, they will come to pass. You should be careful, be extra careful. Don't trust people. Be careful how you dwell around people. Some is wicked, they are studying evil. Be careful how you dwell around people. Some will kill you, they are studying evil. Some are rap people late at night, them evil nally combine. Woman I sell them body for a price, but they leave it because it no right, it no right. They will confront you with them funny tricks, only come round when it's politics. But Rasta man about no funny tricks, life Rasta man a protect. So be careful how you dwell around people. Some is wicked, they are studying evil. Be careful how you dwell around people. Some will kill you, they are studying evil. So when the Rasta man a trad, I listen Lassie, I'm a shield, I'm a rod. Aye. So when the Rasta man a trad, a bun evil doer cause we are no coward. Hey. So with the knowledge of Rastafari, who shall I fear? Hey. The love of Rastafari is always there. Constantly the heathen show us that he don't care. His aim is to treat us so unfair. So be careful how you dwell around people. Some is wicked, they are studying evil. Be careful how you dwell around people. Some will kill you, they are studying evil. Me see where them a study, wicked man mind gets so bloody, Me see where them a study, burn your bloody flesh, a wicked man a chaw. So be careful how you dwell around people. Some is wicked, they are studying evil. Be careful how you dwell around people. Some will kill you, they are studying evil. Some are rap people late at night, them evil na liquor pipe. Woman a sell them body for a price, but they leave it because it no right, it no right. They will confront you with them funny tricks, only come round when it's politics. Rasta man about no funny tricks, a life get to you to protect. So be careful how you dwell around people. Some is wicked, they are studying evil. Be careful how you dwell around people. Some will kill you, they are studying evil. You should be careful, be extra careful. Don't trust people, don't trust people, no. Mama tell me, from your lazy you get no pay, no pay, no pay, no pay. Wait, nothing not going and things going slow. Me say you can't sit down so, you can't sit down so. Wait, better add one and one make two, but never sit down so. You can't sit down so. You can sit down and watch the day go by. Then you hold down your head and cry. Gotta make up your mind, start now. Right now. never sit down, so you can't sit down, so way. You better turn your and make fashion, and make fashion. Every man want food for them, want food for them. So you gotta prepare your food for a rainy day. Make hay and listen to what I say. All when nothing I want and things go slow. They say you can't sit down, so you can't sit down, so better add one and one they go. But never sit down, so you can't sit down, so don't go blame it on someone. If you don't make it at the end of the day. Don't go blame it on someone. If you don't make it while the sun shines, you better make it. All when nothing I want and things go slow. They say you can't sit down, so you can't sit down, so better all one make go. But never sit down, so you can't sit down, so you can't sit down and watch the day go by. Then you hold down your head and cry. Gotta make up your mind and start now, right now, or someday. 'Cause all when nothing I want and things go slow. They say you can't sit down, so you can't sit down, so it's a hard one and one they go. But never sit down, so you can't sit down, so wait. Nah, 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 nah. Oh, yeah. Yes, some are wiser yet so full, treating their people so cruel, as if they never known the rule. Yes, they get up every day in their war and gunplay. They never hear a word I say, but them not go to Ethiopia, from them a murderer. He said them not go to Ethiopia, from them a sorcerer. We know them not go to Ethiopia, from them a bloodsucker. He said them not go to Ethiopia, from them a vampire. Oh yeah, they give a little to deceive, create bad mind and envy and greed. They put more stress to the people's need. All I know that time will tell, cause the people will rebel, and some will find themselves in hell, yeah. Cause they not go to Ethiopia, from them a murderer. Me know they not go to Ethiopia, from them a sorcerer. Me say they not go to Ethiopia, from them a bloodsucker. Me know they not go to Ethiopia, from them a vampire. Hey, you keep bringing out your ignorance of the way you wanna live, robbing the riches from the poor, not thinking positive, issuing out weapons of war. Youths don't know what they're fighting for. Aren't you tired to see your brothers and sisters lying on the top? You can't go to Ethiopia, from them a murderer. You say you now go to Ethiopia, from them a sorcerer. No, they not go to Ethiopia, from them a bloodsucker. I said them now go to Ethiopia,
get so full, treating their people so cruel, as if they never know the rule. Yes, they get up every day in their war and gunplay. They never hear a word I say, yeah. But them I go Ethiopia, from them a murderer. Say them I go Ethiopia, from them a bloodsucker. No, them I go Ethiopia, from them a sorcerer. I know them I go Ethiopia, from them a vampire. I said them I go Ethiopia, from them a bloodsucker. You know them I go Ethiopia, from them a murderer. I know them I go Ethiopia, from them a sorcerer. You say them I go Ethiopia, from them a vampire.
Yeah. They're coming again to deceive again. Well, we say if we do something for them full time now, or no do something for them. Only we alone can help them in this time. Me say if we do something for them, only we alone can do something for them. Only we alone can help them in this time. Well, we alone can teach them the truth, because you know that we know it from the root. I said the half which was never been told, they don't want us to unfold. Well, Bakramasa, tell me what you after. The system you create only bring forth disaster. So many questions and still there's no answer. Only war and crime you a sponsor. So me say do something for them. Only we alone can do something for them. Only we alone can help them in this time. I me say do something for them. Only we alone can do something for them. Only we alone can help them in this time. Well, you make 7 days pass since you work them. Don't me see you fly past and I splurt them. Don't make them hearts with the basks and get cross and them band them no see Santa Claus. Do something for them full time now. Oh no, do something for them. Only we alone can help them in this time. Well, me say if you do something for them, only we alone can do something for them. Only we alone can help them in this time. Well, me say if you do something for them, only we alone can do something for them. Only we alone can help them in this time. Me say if you do something for them, only we alone can do something for them. Only we alone can help them in this time. Well, oh we alone can do it in this time. Well, come again. Well, me say if you do something for them, only we alone can do something for them. Only we alone can help them in this time. Well, we say if we do something for them, only we alone can do something for them. Only we alone can help them in this time. Well, we alone can teach them the truth. They know we know it from the root. The half that was never been told. They don't want us to unfold. We say if we do something for them, only we alone can do something for them. Only we alone can help them in this time. We say if we do something for them, only we alone can do something for them. Only we alone can help them can help them in this time. Oh, yeah. Only we alone can help them in this time.
Just life for the righteous and death for the wicked. You know, them can't stop the fire now. I just fire go and burn. Burn funeral and burn this a day. Life for the righteous and death for the wicked. I just more fire. You know. Burn down poverty and stress. We just say get to you, rise up and wise up. You know. Burn them out.
Know that them see rumor burn.
You know.
Where them a go say now? Babylon is too hard to learn.
Burn them, Mr.
This is how them a go do now. Now that them see rumor burn.
You know.
Where them a go say now? Babylon is too hard to learn. Give me now. I say the road I trod is rocky, and the hill I climb is so steep.
I ain't come from the hills tonight.
Rastafari at the foundation, so Babylon you can't compete.
You know.
Spiritual wickedness in a low and low places.
I see them coming.
But they get to you and find out the truth. So now we are go burn out corruption roof. How them a go do now?
But Mr. Dead.
Now that them see Roma burn.
But the cotton on the earth.
Let me see where them a go say now.
More life.
Babylon is too hard to learn.
You know.
Let me see where them a go do now. Now that them see Roma burn.
More life.
Where them a go say now? Babylon is too hard to learn.
Fire. Where them a go to know? Elephant man make a turn. You know, she said the fire off he go burn. Where them a go say no? Elephant man make a turn. You know, she said the fire off he go burn. This a fire unstoppable. Burn Mr. Watchable, me burn Mr. Chatable. Burn hypocrite and me go burn backbiter too. Burn corruption, me want see you lighter to the youth unstoppable.
Where them a go do now?
No.
Now that them see Roma burn.
We're unpredictable.
Where them a go say now? Babylon is too hard to learn. I'm see where them a go do now. Now that them see Roma burn. Where them a go say now? Babylon is too hard to learn. See you now. I can see the clock keep ticking. Time is running out. Can't get saved by the money in your pocket. Now the word from your mouth. I told you the table would have turned. Play with the fire, you feel upset, you burn.
Burn them.
For the poor, them not no concern. And them alone want to earn. Where them a go do now? Now them see Babylon a burn.
I just more fire.
I see where them a go say now. Babylon is too hard to learn.
Burn them out.
Where them a go do now? Now that them see Roma burn.
Burn them out.
Where them a go say now? Babylon is too hard to learn.
I guess you fooled me this time. Let me think you were mine.
Coming again.
I used to think that you were mine.
So pity them. Full time.
The wicked. You know. Them can't stop the fire now. I just fire go and burn. Burn funeral and burn this a day. Life for the righteous and death for the wicked. I just more fire. You know. Burn down poverty and stress. We just say get to you, rise up and wise up. You know. Burn them out.
Know that them see Roma burn.
You know.
Where them a go say now?
What am I say now?
Babylon is too hard to learn.
Burn them, Mr.
This is
Dead.
how them a go do now. Now that them see Roma burn.
You know.
Where them a go say now? Babylon is too hard to learn. Give me now. I see the road I trod is rocky, and the hill I climb is so steep.
I ain't come from the hills tonight.
Rastafari at the foundation, so Babylon you can't compete.
You know.
Spiritual wickedness in a low and low places.
them coming.
But the ghetto you send find out the truth. So now we are go burn out corruption rule. How them a go do now?
But Mr. Dead.
Now that them see Roma burn.
But the cotton on the earth.
Let me see where them a go say now.
More life.
Babylon is too hard for learn. Let me see where them a go do now. Now that them see Roma burn. Where them a go say now. Babylon is too hard for learn.
Fire. Where them a go do now? Elephant man make a turn. You know see say the fire off he go burn. Where them a go say no? Elephant man make a turn. You know see say the fire off he go burn. It's a fire unstoppable. Bun Mr. Watchable, me bun Mr. Chattable. Bun hypocrite and me go bun backbiter too. Bun corruption, me want see you lighter to the youth unstoppable.
Where them a go do now? Now that them see Roma burn.
We're unpredictable.
Where them a go say now? Babylon is too hard for learn. I'm see what them a go do now. Now that them see Roma burn. Where them a go say now? Babylon is too hard for learn. See you now. I can see the clock keep ticking. The time is running out. Can't get saved by the money in your pocket. Nor the word from your mouth. I told you the table would have turned. The fire you feel accept your burn
them.
For the poor them have no concern. And them alone want to earn. When them a go do now? Now them see Babylon a burn. And me see what them a go say now. Babylon is too hard for learn. And me see what them a go do now. Now that them see Roma burn. Where them a go say now? Babylon is too hard for learn. Something for them, only we alone can help them in this time. Me say fi do something for them, only we alone can do something for them, only we alone can help them in this time. Well, we alone can teach them the truth, because you know that we know it from the root. I said the half which was never been told, they don't want us to unfold. Well, background master, tell me what you after. The system you create only bring forth disaster. So many questions and still there's no answer. Only war and crime you a sponsor. So me say do something for them, only we alone can do something for them, only we alone can help them in this time. I me say do something for them, only we alone can do something for them, only we alone can help them in this time. Well, you make 7 days pass since you work them. Don't me see you fly past and a splurt them. No make them hearts with the bass and get cross and them band them no see Santa Claus. Do something for them full time now. Oh no, do something for them. Only we alone can help them in this time. Well, me say fi do something for them. Only we alone can do something for them. Only we alone can help them in this time. Well, me say fi do something for them. Only we alone can do something for them. Only we alone can help them in this time. Me say fi do something for them. Only we alone can do something for them. Only we alone can help them in this time. Well, oh well.
Hi, do something for them. And that I'm here to do. Do something for them. So welcome back after quite a long break. But I want you to stay tuned because we're going to be having Massive Vibes with King I coming up at 2 o'clock. So don't forget to stay tuned so that we can hear some massive vibes with King I at 2 o'clock. All right, let's get back right into our program. Remember, we were talking about the food for the body. I spent a long time on that. But I want to move on because we're going to talk now about nourishment for the soul. And of course, I have in studio with me my soulmate, right? So for those of you who are viewing by television and those who are with us on radio, you can't see, but my soulmate is a furry friend, right? And he's here with me in the studio, and we're going to be talking a little more about interactions with your soulmate. Okay, so nourishment for the soul. Now, first of all, how do we nourish soul? Well, first of all, we need to know what the soul is, because the soul comprises your emotions and your relationships. Emotions and relationships. That means all the emotions that you have with yourself and the relationships that you have with others and everything else around you will comprise your soulish realm. That means if I have depression, anxiety, guilt, shame, fear, anything that I have with myself, that has to do with my emotions. And then anything that I have to do with others has to do with my relationships. So we have relationships with ourselves, with our Creator, with our family, spouse, children, brothers and sisters, parents. And then the next set of relationships is with our purpose. And that should really be your job and your career, but sometimes it's a little bit different. And if it's not the same, then you need to get it back in sync. After those relationships, then we have relationships with our spiritual family. Remember, our spiritual family are those persons who we have the same philosophy with, meaning it could be a church, it could be a religion, it could be a philosophy of life, a way of life, people who you share the same value systems with, the same goals and objectives with. So that's your spiritual family. And after that, it comes to your community. And we have relationships with our physical community, our geographic community, the people who live in the area that we live with, and we need to interact with those. Then we have relationships with our nation, and then with the world. I'm going to go through the list again. It is God, yourself, family, and in the family, the spouse must come before the children. The parents must come before the siblings. Then it will come your purpose, which should be the same as your career or your job. And if it's out of sync, you need to get it back in sync. Then after that, we go to the community, those people who live around you. And, it's your spiritual family before the community. Then the community, then your nation, then your world. Now we're going to be talking a lot about how we can nourish the soul as we go forward in this process. Because you cannot be balanced and fully healthy if you eat all the food that you want to eat and do all the healthy things for your body if you don't nourish your soul. So we need to understand what the soul is. So we just explained. It's your relationships and your emotions. The emotions you have with yourself, the relationships you have with others. How do you nourish it? Well, it's important to keep it healthy, and there are certain things that we have to do to keep it healthy. And one of this has to do with, first, the emotions with yourself. Make sure that you do not allow others outside to interact with and affect your emotions with yourself. You must choose those emotions. And as we go along in our program, as days pass, we will show you how to protect those emotions so that other people do not have any impact on you. You choose if and when you want to be depressed, and when you want to be anxious, how to prevent other persons from making you fearful, from hurting you, how to protect yourself from the negative emotions so that you can enjoy the positive emotions of peace, love, and joy. So listen up for that. But now we have just laid the framework. The next area, why do I have this guy this stuffed animal right here with me? He's my very, very special friend. You know why? Because we all need relationships. You know, one of the things I'm going to do first is talk about the relationship of touch. Do you know that as a human being, we need 13 hugs a day to be healthy? So what we usually do in our family devotions at home is hug everybody, and everybody hugs everybody until they get 13 hugs. So there is our gardener and our landscaper and our field hands and our housekeeper and our office staff, and everybody has devotions together, and we all hug each other at the end of devotions. But there are people who just don't have all of these people around. So if you have nobody, find a cat or a dog. Here I have my furry friend, my very special lion. And I hug him every morning when I am short of my 13 hugs. So hug your dog, your cat, or your stuffed toys, and let them have some use in your environment. So we're going to move on from healthy, loving soul to the spirit. So that's just a little introduction to how you nourish your soul. We're going to move on now to energizing your spirit. Energizing your spirit. What is the spirit? You have probably heard it say that we are a spirit. I am a spirit. I live in a body and I have a soul. We told you about the soul already. We spoke about the body and how to nourish it before. But now we're going to talk about the spirit, who is really who I am. And you know, as we talk about energy, I want to just remind you of something. There are 5 elements of life. 5 elements of life. They are air, water. What's the third one? Air, water, sunshine. Yep. The 4th one is earth foods, and the 5th one is what we call pulse electromagnetic fields, otherwise called PEMFs. So we have 5 elements of life. They are air, water, sun, earth, foods, and PEMFs. And we have to make sure we keep all of those 5 in balance. We're going to talk a little more about that, but let's get back to energizing the spirit. The energy to keep the spirit alive comes from our source spirit. I believe that I was made in the image of a creator, God. Now, you may have other beliefs, but wherever your source spirit comes from, that keeping in sync with it is what is going to energize your spirit. Now, there's a word that we hear every day, all day, called stress. The only way you can have stress is if your spirit is out of sync with your creator's spirit. I'm having some water, which is part of the energy that we need, one of the elements of life. You must have all 5 of them in proper balance to be healthy. So, energizing the spirit here now. The only time you have a situation of any problem in your spirit is when you're stressed. And you're only stressed when your spirit is not in sync with your creator's spirit. Because I am the essence of who I am. It's my spirit. My body only responds to what is happening in the spiritual realm and it comes down through the psychological or soulish realm and ends up in the physical body. So whenever we have a problem in the body, we are going to learn through our program here that the only way we can celebrate life is to trace the problem from the body back up to see where it started in the spiritual realm. What was happening in our relationships and our emotions that transmitted it from the spiritual realm back through the psychological into the physical realm to manifest in our bodies, because there's absolutely nothing that happens in the body that didn't start in the spiritual realm. So learning to deal with that is so very, very important. I am a spirit. That's who I am. And nobody is going to change who I am but me. Nobody is going to impact me in a way that I'm going to do anything to damage my spirit. And so we're going to be learning how to take back the power. Take back the power. How to become totally energized in our spirit by one energizing force, that of our Creator. So remember, as you go along, you need to understand that you can control. You can take back the power. You can determine how you're going to respond. And as we start to close off the program, I want to just mention a few things. One, we've got to decide what's the most important thing in life. And I want to suggest today that the most important thing in life is love. Love for country, love for another special human being, love for family, love for your Creator, love for your environment. Love is the most important thing. And somebody sent me a great friend, one of my soulmates. Hi, Rupert. Hail up, Rupert there. Sent me this 1 Corinthians 13 for today. And I've just not had anything as relevant to today's lifestyle as this has been. So I'm going to share it with you now. And I am hoping that we'll be able to get it up on the screen so that you can follow along. But if we don't, then please write in, send us an email and request the 1 Corinthians 13 for today. I want to not just go through it every day, but to read it and send it on to your friends so that everybody can benefit from it. Okay. Though I can speak 5 languages, dozens of subjects, if I don't have enough love to keep from gossiping or putting down others, I'm just making so much useless noise. I am being downright destructive. And though I read the Bible regularly and even know parts of it by heart, and though I pray daily and have lots of faith and other spiritual gifts, if I don't have enough love to sometimes sacrifice some of my personal desires for others' sakes, then all of my spirituality amounts to nothing. And though I work 2 jobs to provide for my family, and though I give to charity and volunteer for every community project that comes up, if I don't show love and kindness to those I live and work with, all my hard work, self-sacrifice is worth nothing. Love has a long, hard, frustrating day at the office. Yet, it does not get snappy or short-tempered. Love is happy for those when they get all the breaks. Love doesn't have to drive a flashy car, live in the biggest house, or have all the latest gadgets. Love doesn't always have to be the boss or have the last word. Love isn't rude or crude. It isn't selfish and doesn't gripe, doesn't go on a guilt trip. It doesn't pressure others to get what it wants. Love is too busy being concerned about the needs of others. to spend much time worrying about its own. Love doesn't freak out when things go against their own way. Love is quick to believe the best about people and slow to believe the rest. Love hates to hear gossip and instead wants only to talk about others' good qualities and the good that they have done. Love knows that what it listens to, watches, or reads will affect its attitudes and actions and thereby have an effect on others. So it's careful about what it spends its time looking at and reading. Love is flexible, takes everything in its stride, and can handle whatever comes its way. Love always is ready to give others the benefit of the doubt and looks for the best in them. Love wants to see others reach their full potential and does all that it can, regardless of what happens. It never runs out of patience. Love, even with those who are slow to get with the program and do their share. Love doesn't keep looking at its watch when others are talking. Love never fails. I fail others and others fail me, but love never fails. We all can be mistaken or misguided or confused at times. Our words and deeds often fall short, and our bright ideas don't always play out the way we want or expect them to. We are frail, fallible, and often foolish, and our understanding of the world we live in, not to mention the world to come, is only partial at best. But when God's spirit of love lives in us, that changes everything. We're really just children when it comes to practicing love, but God can help us outgrow our childish ways. Without Him, we're clueless when it comes to love and the other things that matter most in life. But when we live in His kingdom and the kingdom of heaven that Jesus said is even within us now, we can see things as He does. Get our priorities straight, pull out the stops, and live and love to the full. There are lots of nice things in life and lots of good things, but none of these are as good as or as important as love. So see if you can get together with your soulmate and express your love. Remember, 13 hugs a day, and tune in with us tomorrow because we're going to do it all over again. Don't go away because at 2 o'clock we're going to have King I with massive vibes. And every day we're going to be doing something to empower you, to improve the quality of your life. So remember, stay tuned to Reggae radio and TV. And send in your comments because we want to give you what you need. So get on the computer, send us a note. What did you like? What didn't you like? How can we improve it? What do you want us to give you? Our gift for you today is, of course, when you write in, we will email directly to you this essence of love and how you can put it into practice in your daily lives. So walk with my friends, and until we meet again tomorrow, same time, same place, reggae2reggae.com, we do it all over again. Great food, good fun as you celebrate life with me. I'm Dr. Cheryl Chung signing off. See you soon. Bye.
Come again. Well, me say fi do something for them. Only we alone can do something for them. Only we alone can help them. Can help them in this time. Well, me say fi do something for them. Only we alone can do something for them. Only we alone can help them. Can help them in this time. Well, we alone can teach them the truth. They know we know it from the root. The half that was never been told. They don't want us to unfold. We say if we do something for them, only we alone can do something for them. Only we alone can help them in this time. We say if we do something for them, only we alone can do something for them. Only we alone can help them in this time. Oh, yeah. Only we alone can help them in this time. Again, well, we say if we do something for them, full time now, oh no, do something for them. Only we alone can help them in this time. Me say if we do something for them, only we alone can do something for them. Only we alone can help them in this time. Well, we alone can teach them the truth, because you know that we know it from the root. I said the half which was never been told, they don't want us to unfold. Well, Bakramasa, tell me what you after. The system you create only bring forth disaster. So many questions and still there's no answer. Only war and crime you a sponsor. So me say do something for them. Only we alone can do something for them. Only we alone can help them in this time. I me say do something for them. Only we alone can do something for them. Only we alone can help them in this time. Well, you make 7 days pass since you work them. Don't me see you fly past and I flirt them. Don't make them hearts with the bass and get cross and them band them no see Santa Claus. Do something for them. Full time now, oh no, do something for them. Only we alone can help them in this time. Well, me say if we do something for them, only we alone can do something for them. Only we alone can help them in this time. Well, me say if we do something for them, only we alone can do something for them. Only we alone can help them in this time. Me say if we do something for them, only we alone can do something for them. Only we alone can help them in this time. Well, oh well. If we do something for them, only we alone can do something for them. Only we alone can help them in this time. Well, we say if we do something for them, only we alone can do something for them. Only we alone can help them in this time. Well, we alone can teach them the truth. They know we know it from the root. The half that was never been told. They don't want just to unfold. We say fi do something for them. Only we alone can do something for them.